in today's episode of Simulation Sunday. See if we can get tagged. We get tagged. Okay, that was the trade already. Alright, let's kick off this simulation session, guys. We have a random date here. I don't have to pick it on a website, third-party website anymore. There's a random button here, so I'm gonna do a random date here. As always, 8% profit target, right? And we're gonna be focusing on that order pairing this session. Okay, let's see where they put us on this random timestamp. We are at, let's see, this is 3rd of July 2023. Okay. Interesting. Let's start off on the monthly, as we always do, right? We want to have our higher time frame context. Before we do anything, come on. What the hell is this? Oh, this is from the previous session. Okay. Let me remove all the drawings. DXY monthly time frame. Looks like we're heading towards previous monthly low. Monthly high is already set. Same with Euro. Monthly low looks to be set already. So I'm going to be aiming for previous monthly high. We have an inside bar, so it's very likely it's gonna run to the nearest high or low, and the nearest high is here. That's our monthly perspective. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly, we hit a weekly FEG and an IFEG here, so it looks like we're respecting discount and disrespecting bearish arrays here. So next, or this weekly candle rather, will be bullish. Then same thing on DXY. Yep, same thing on DXY. We're using this FEG here as an inversion, and looks to be trading lower. Let's go to the daily. 1, 2, 3 drives lower, right? So this looks perfect for higher prices on Euro and lower for DXY. Now, what are we gonna focus on the order pairing, right? Is where am I gonna find an entry which is high probability? We're gonna focus on the hierarchy of the time frames, right? So if the 4-hour time frame is in an expansion phase, we want to order pair 1 hour lows. Same thing for the 1 hour. If that's in an expansion phase, we will be looking to order pair 15-minute lows. So see what we can get over here. Let's look at this one. Yeah, let me keep this one on the daily. This DXY is always on the left, and then we're gonna narrow our entry down here, and I'm gonna do the midnight opening lines first. It's Friday, Monday candle is about to open up. Let's go to Monday's opening, right? Midnight opening price. So if we want to be a buyer, obviously we want to be in discount. We're not going to buy all the way up here, right? What is the range we should pick? We always got to find arguments. Why are we actually picking this range, right? Is there anything below us that we need to go to? Well, I don't see any reason why we should go down here. So that should be the start of the range, right? So if we pick our Fibonacci, less swing high, let's swing low to swing high. That's this. This is the range we're currently working with, right? Is there anything we can work with on the 4-hour? 4-hour would drop down here, would be an immediate rebalance of the previous candle here, or this big candle here. If we look at the daily, where is that situated? Bang on in the middle of this daily candle. Could go a little bit deeper, right? There's still 2 down close candles here. We could go to the opening price. So this looks like a solid range, right? We don't want to go all the way down here. That makes no sense. Do we have order pairing? No, we don't have any order pairing. What do we do in this occasion? We let price develop a little bit, right? We're not gonna rush into a trade. So let's just see what price does. And it doesn't continue high, lower into discount here, which is fine. But we're only gonna focus on order pairing, right? So this is something you can't. I wouldn't be able to catch this, especially after such a large range on Friday. So we're just gonna wait and see what they develop. This is 11 a.m. so we're gonna skip the next day. Wow, this is I mean, the draw is correct, but we're not finding an entry right now. We already ran this high here, so we could see a retracement, which is something I don't wanna participate in. I wanna buy, right? We have to draw the new range right now, which is starting from this low up until this high. We're picking this range because we already ran the lows here, right? And we're not expecting previous daily low to get taken out, right? We'll see what it does though. If it does go all the way below here, we might have to switch bias, but we'll see what they do. So in this occasion, we have a bunch of lows here, very likely to get taken out. We have a low here, a swing low, around 50% of the range, right? So you have a 15-minute low and a 1-hour key level, which is a fair value gap, right? Now there's multiple fair value gaps down here. So why should it go to this one, or why should it go to that one, or even why would we go to this one? We've got to figure that out on the lower time frame. Is there an area where price shouldn't exceed? Ideally, we don't go below these down close candles here. We could still go to this gap, but not much lower. So what we can do, we can put our order over here. We have order pairing 15 minute into 1 hour key level. We're going to put our stop loss down here. We definitely should not exceed this area here, right? Otherwise it's blowing through all down close candles. We don't want to do that. And we're going to still aim for, let's look on the daily. This looks like we're going to draw up all the way to the high. So this is like the long-term target. That would be like 4R. But we're going to partial in between, obviously. Right, so this looks pretty solid to me. We can look, see if we can get tagged. We ran the high again. We drop, we get tagged. This is the occasion for, okay, do I want to scale in at some point when we actually get confirmation we're going to go higher? What we can do, this is a sequence on the time frame alignment model, which is an IFEG. And then we wait for an opposing array to form inside here. This is very important. Then we can scale in, right? So let's see what price does here. Okay, we inverse the gap right now. We leave a bullish fair value gap behind, right? This is where we can scale in, but we're going to do half risk, right? Let's see if we have actual SMT, I think. Oh wait, this is the daily time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, so we ran the highs on DXY here, right? And then the lows did not get run on EU. So this should be a strong low. The IFG being printed after, or the bullish fair value gap being printed after an IFG formed is beautiful. Let's see if there's any order pairing lows we can pair up, right? Even if there's an IFG, we still want to see some lows which we can run. So let's see if they build up a short-term low. They do, right? Do we want to buy below that low? Let's see on the 1 hour. Yes, we can. We want to buy below it, right? We still have the key level. It dipped in there, but we can buy below it, right? And then we'll put our stop down here. We shouldn't exceed this, but we're going to do it below the fair value gap, the IFEG, right? So if we run one more time, do the 4 hour. Oh, we might not get tagged though if this keeps expanding, which is fine as well because we're already in a good trade, right? I don't know how much risk I put on for that trade. I didn't put anything on. Okay, can I replay this? I didn't put any order in. Okay, so no, I can't buy here anymore. I forgot to put in the order. Stupid. We'll keep it open though, and then we'll find another one. We'll execute another one, it's fine. Let's do it on this one though. That's 5R, by the way. That's a lot. Yeah, let's input the order this time. We'll do 1% because we should have done 2% on the other one, but we're doing a continuation, which is a scale in. You should do lower risk at that point. Yeah, let's go to the 15. Kind of annoying, I didn't put in the order, but it's totally fine. Right, so now we have this 15-minute low with a 1 hour key level. See if we can do a continuation purge and then continue. Okay, no, we can't. What is the risk to reward on this one right now? We're up here. That's almost a 2R trade. Right, we'll remove the limit here because we're not gonna get tagged again. But there's a continuation sequence, right? We can use an IFEG for continuation. We'll try to find another setup. We'll leave this one on the chart. We know we got this entry. Let's see what the next daily candle does. Where are we on the daily here on DXY? Very, very bearish. Look at it's a massive drop. Midnight opening price. Ideally, we want to be a buyer below, right? So if we're expecting a classic buy day, ideally Asia session doesn't expand. But yeah, we'll see what the 15-minute has in store here. Seeing if I can find an entry anywhere here. We do have a 4 hour fair value gap here. We don't have 1 hour lows, so we're not seeing any order pairing. So let's see what they do. They actually form a 1 hour low. What they do, right? So could potentially be a run with New York, because this is London right now, right? Maybe New York runs the low into the key level, and then we should be golden for another entry, in my opinion. Let's look at that. So that's the 4 hour FEG, right? Does it make sense on the range itself? Right, we already tagged this IFEG, so this should be the range, right? So this is perfect. Let's input an order this time. Maybe good to do. So right on equilibrium, put our stop on the low, and then we're gonna aim for the same highs. Right, this time we'll put in 2% because this is a high quality setup. Let's look at this one. 2%. Let's go. See if we can get tagged. We get tagged. Okay, okay, that was the trade already. Right, but you can see the order pairing, right? That's just, it's top tier. Wait, we would have passed. So we need like, okay, we would have passed already. Like this is extremely fast simulation. How long are we at it right now? We're only 11 minutes in. But this one is like 4 hours, so we would have passed already. But let's, for the sake of the simulation, try to find the last, what is it? $300. See if we can find that. The main focus here is, do you understand why I'm taking the buys when there are lows engineered just before a key level? It's just, that's what makes it high probability, right? We want to focus on those order pairing lows and highs. What should we do, right? After we got all these highs taken out, do we want to short? No, we don't want to short per se, right? If we want to do that, we want to have some solid confirmation. So let's just let this play out. Wow, this, goodbye. All right, this is Thursday. This weekly candle is absolutely massive, I think. Yep. This reminds me of current price action, by the way. The day today is 14th March, right? And this is July of 2023, but this looks exactly like the candle we had this week on DXY and Euro. We could do a retracement trade, honestly. Let's cap that little $250, right? And maybe we'll take a couple of losses as well, but we're gonna only risk like 250 anyway, so we can take like 10,000 losses. Yeah, let's let London develop a little bit. Very, very bullish, man. Oh my lord. Are we at the sky yet? Jesus. Okay, this Friday we might get a TGIF, right? So a retracement back into the weekly range. Wow. Imagine holding this entire position. That's like a 10R. Can we catch a retracement? Is that possible? What do you guys think? Should be possible, right? Thinking, where should I find a retracement here? I think it's actually almost ready to retrace. I'm not gonna lie. So what we're gonna do is use an IFEG, right? That's my favorite PD array for continuation. So we want to see a closure below. Okay. There we go. Do we have order pairing? Are we gonna do the order pairing part? We're gonna do that, right? Because we want to see a 15-minute low or 15-minute high form, and then we're gonna sell above that high. And then we'll just try to catch a one-on-one because we want to finish the challenge here. Yeah, let's see if we can form a 15-minute high. Or we already tagged it. Okay, we should have just taken the IFG, I guess. Yeah, that's very bullish as always. We're not gonna look for shorts after we don't form a high. Let's look at this. Yeah, let's okay. Hey, this is actually good. We still respecting the fair value gap here, right? If this is the fresh fair value gap. But we're disrespecting this one, so we're coming back into the IFG. Now we're respecting it again. We ran the highs. We don't have any order pairing left. This might be a choppy Friday, by the way. Yeah, this, oh my god, look at the chop. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh my lord. Okay, good thing we didn't engage here. And yeah, let's just see in the next weekly candle what we can catch here. Okay, so if we look at the previous weekly candle, massive, right? Let's look at the daily. We do have a little swing point here, so we might see a short-term retracement, but we don't really have any structure to work with, right? So the 4 hours is pretty bad, so we're just gonna let Monday play out here. Runs the high again. Oh my god, the extreme chop. The chop is terrible. Yeah, there's nothing to work with here. We don't have an FEG or anything to work with. Looks extremely bullish still. Yeah, we gotta wait. That's what we gotta do. Some weeks you just find a proper setup. What the hell is going on? Imagine trying to trade this. Okay. Daily is in a consolidation. This is pretty bad price action to trade. We don't have any FEGs to work with. Even on the 4 hours, so we're just gonna skip. You don't have to trade. You don't have to trade this. Okay, now we have something to work with. We're actually forming some fair value gaps. Okay, so if I look at structure right now, we ran the highs. We're forming a failure swing here. We're respecting a bearish fair value gap, right? So we might see a retracement finally. So price might finally be ready to go back into this fair value gap here. That's one trade opportunity. Let's see what they offer here. It is 12 p.m. So it's outside of trading hours ideally. They do have 15-minute highs. Do we have SMT on these highs? That's important, right? Let's see. Let's check if they have that. So that's from here. These lows got run. This low got run, but not on EU. So, okay, this is the SMT we're currently having, right? So if I reference it here, you can see this low got run, but this high did not get run. So this key level that got hit, right? If we go back to the 1H, has SMT on it, which makes it a strong high. So we can use this fair value gap for continuation. Is a 1 hour key level. We have 15-minute highs, right? So we're having the order pairing sequence here. So this is the range. And look where the order pairing high is situated, exactly at the 50% level, just like our previous setups, right? So what we're going to do, because this is counter trend, we're going to short the high, but I'm going to put my stop on the high here, because this is a way higher resistance. And we're just aiming for a 1-to-1 here, because we only need $200 or $300. So there's a lot, in my opinion, it should draw a lot lower, right? Because we want to aim for that fair value gap. We're just going to do a 1-to-1 here. Yeah, let's input an order just to finish off this challenge. We'll do 0.5%. Oh no, 0.3 actually. Yeah, because that would finish off the challenge, right? That's $300. Yep. All right, perfect. So let's see. This is outside of the kill zones, right? Typically, when you use a 15-minute time frame, you want to do within the kill zones. But if you use a 1 hour base stop loss, you can actually trade outside of the kill zone, because the stop loss, that's what matters the most. The chop intraday comes from outside of the kill zones. Okay, we get tagged. See if we can run lower from here. I don't like that it's not running lower straight up. That makes me a little bit uncomfortable. We're closing above the IFG as well. We're using a bigger stop loss, right? Because we might get chopped up intraday, but the direction might still be correct. But we're gonna see what they do here. Why is this at 5? We need 12 AM EST. Okay, so it doesn't look that good right now. We go to the daily. Because we also, yeah, we might still create a low on this daily candle and then trade higher. It's still possible. We'll see. Let's just monitor what price action does here, right? Okay, we ran the high. I'm still expecting this to stop me out though. This is not what we want to see. We don't want to see SMT highs get run. But for the sake, we'll just see what it does. Okay, still in. Oh, that wide stop loss saved us so well. And this is what I meant as well, right? This highs looks a lot stronger than these intraday. So that's why I put a stop loss there. Let's look at the 1 hour. We already ran this low. Yeah, we're just gonna hold. I'm not gonna look for an entry, right? We just want to finish this off. And there we go. That is challenge finished. Order pairing masterclass. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, right? And if you watch exactly what I'm doing with the highs in the smaller ranges, right? You have a bigger range and then the smaller range, that's where you want to order pair. This is the essence of my trading every single day. If you like this and you learned something, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe as always. Thank you for joining, and I will see you in the next Sunday simulation.